Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those that are new here, you've come to the right place. This is where you're going to start making more money, saving money and paying less in tax. So first off, make sure you are hitting that follow button with notifications turned on. We want to be posting videos here daily and you need to be getting notified as soon as we're posting them so you can be on this content, using it, implementing it and making more money for yourselves and your family here in 2022. Today we're talking all about small businesses. So this is whether you're a limited company, sole trader. We've got some practical pointers for you that's going to help you keep more money, make more money and be more profitable in 2022. So give this video a thumbs up, hit subscribe with notifications turned on and let's get stuck in and start making money. Okay, so my first tip and first point to mention really is for any business, get your money right. And what I mean by this is get yourself a business bank account. If you're a limited company, sole trader, partnership, you can get free business banking now. Do not be using your own bank for this. It will get messy. You wouldn't be able to track your numbers. Things are going to get mixed up and as a result, you'll be losing money and probably paying more in tax because of this. So that's a quick and easy one. Get yourself a business bank account. You've got places like Tide, Starling, Monzo, Counting Up, all of the banks, HSBC, Santander. They all do accounts, quite a lot of them for free, or indeed free for the first year or two. And even some of them, HSBC, I think it's what, £5.50 a month. You've got to put that money into it, get your business account, get your business banking set up now, because it's going to pay dividends in the long run when it comes to getting your finances right. You've got a clear record of all of your business expenditure, what's gone in, what's gone out, because you don't do anything now, you leave it 12 months, 18 months down the line, you're thinking, oh, what was that expense for? Where's this? Have I got these bank statements? Have I got these receipts? You can't find it, and as a result, you probably risk not declaring the income, which is bad. HMRC, you know, they've got the information. They can go into your personal bank statements. They can ask for this. They can look and see that if you have not declared this income, they're going to put extra tax on that. They're going to put penalties and interest. You're going to misdeclare your expenses. You're probably going to under-declare them, which means you're not going to be maximising the amount of expenses you're claiming, and as a result, you'll be paying too much tax on your profits. So that's the first one. Bear that in mind. Number two, get on some software. So yeah, getting a separate business bank account, that's definitely one part of it. But then after that, you can't be using your head, using your phone, using the back of a cigarette packet to work out your income and expense each month. You need some kind of software which is going to automate a lot of it for you, make your life easier and allow you to be more professional and run your finance department like an actual real company. End of the day, that's what we want to be like. We're not starting a company to make a hobby out of this, to make a little bit of side money. We're starting businesses to grow and scale like large multinationals. So let's look at what they're doing now, see what we can implement to a smaller business, and an accounting system using good accounting software. That's an easy one. That's what we can replicate from these guys. Be your own finance director, and as a result we can start to have their successes, have a good level of detail on your costs, review your costs. You can do that weekly, monthly, whatever works for you, depending on the number of transactions you've got. But at the end of the day, you do need to be on some accounting software. Xero, QuickBooks, Sage, Pandal. There's a whole host of different softwares available. Really, when it comes down to it, we tend to see clients using Xero. You know, we use Xero a lot in our accountancy practice, but also Sage as well. There's a lot of investment going into Sage, a lot of R&D, and I think Sage is becoming a more popular product, but they're the main three at the moment, Sage, Xero and QuickBooks. So check them out, speak to your accountant and make sure you're getting set up on them as soon as possible. So another point, number three, this doesn't apply to sole traders, but it does apply for limited companies. So when you're a limited company, you are a separate legal entity from the limited company itself, from its directors and shareholders. So what this means for a small business is that, yeah, just because you, Mr. Smith, you've set the business up, the limited company pays tax and is separate to you. So the limited company, might be Mr. Smith Limited, that's going to receive money when you make sales, it's going to pay expenses, and then whatever's left over all of that, you're going to have a profit. On that profit, that company will pay corporation tax, and then once it's paid the corporation tax, you've got a certain amount left which you can use to pay dividends to Mr. Smith as a shareholder. Those dividends are come out of the company, and Mr. Smith is going to pay tax again on that dividend income via his self-assessment tax return. Slightly more different when there's a salary involved, because the salary can actually go from the limited company to Mr. Smith, and it's a tax deductible expense in the company, but it would be taxable as income on his self-assessment. So that's something to bear in mind. A lot of people set up limited companies and they basically use it like their own piggy bank. They set them up, they just transfer each and every month all of the money from the limited company to their personal bank account, and then they're absolutely shocked when at the end of the year they've got a massive tax bill and no cash to pay it. Do not let yourself fall victim to this at the end of the day. You've had a warning here. You know it now to basically have all the right information, separate it out, and that you know that there's extra tax to pay when you've got a limited company, when you're taking money out, so you will not fall victim to this trap. Number 4, get some kind of training. At the end of the day, running a business is not easy by any means at all. And if you've come from employment, you've got some kind of skill, some kind of trade, yeah, absolutely, you're a professional at that. You know what you're doing when it comes to playing with your woodwork, the carpentry, the plumbing, that kind of stuff. But when it comes to your accounting, your tax, your bookkeeping, you don't know what's what, and as a result, you can't just muddle your way through this kind of stuff, or even worse, we get this all the time, people just close their eyes and they don't want to do anything with it. That's the worst things to do, hands down. And that you're a business owner now, you're a professional, treat your finances like it. Put some training, get some resources into you as a person to start learning basic accounting principles. I'm not saying go ahead, become a chartered accountant. That's rubbish. What you need to do is learn the essentials. Know the difference between accruals, prepayments, what type of expenses are allowable, how can you maximize your tax deductions, just those kind of things where it's going to help you run your business, it's going to help you grow your business. Because when you start a business, you're the professional. So for instance, you start a media agency, a plumbing business, yeah, you're trained in that area, but as soon as you start a business, you give part of that up. Because yeah, you're probably in the early stages doing that work, but later on, you're taking the role of business owner. And as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, you need that financial literacy. You need to be able to read a profit and loss. You need to be able to be able to read a balance sheet at the end of the day, because if you can't, you're going to miss things, you're going to leave money on the table, and you're going to lose money. So that's a very powerful one. Luckily at TaxFlix, we've got courses around this, reading financial statements, being your own financial director, knowing how to do accounting for a small business. Because they don't teach you this stuff at school. Let's be honest, it's all good, Pythagoras' theorem, pi r squared, and that stuff. How does that help you when it comes to doing your taxes using zero and actually running a business and making money? It doesn't. But luckily, taxflix.tv, we've got you covered on that one. So they're my top 4 tips for a small business. End of the day, now's the time. 2022 is your year. Make it happen. Put the work in. Use these tips I've just given you. Implement them daily. Get them set up now. Take action from this, and you will succeed. Just before we go, if you do not already, make sure you're following me on Instagram. So you can see it right there. It's at Joshua Tharby. End of the day, we're posting tips there, tricks there, absolutely everything on that, as much content as possible that's kind of short, to the point, something you could just read while you're in Costa waiting for your coffee. It's not a long video like on YouTube. So at Joshua Tharby, connect with me there. And as always, it's been a pleasure. Make sure you're smashing that thumbs up button and also hitting like with notifications turned on. Bye for now.